Welcome back, friends, to Surviving the Daily. I hope everyone is surviving well. So it's been a while since I've gone over my trauma kit here, and I thought it'd be a good time to familiarize myself with the contents and the location of those contents and make sure everything is up to date. Now, I want to make it clear that this is not a first aid kit. This is a first aid kit. This is for less traumatic injuries, where this is for life-threatening injuries. For instance, severed arteries or large gaping wounds. So let's go over the outside. We have my fake Leatherman Raptor shears, and I feel like they do just as good a job as the Leatherman Raptors, and they are 1/8 the cost. They have the seatbelt cutter here as well as the oxygen wrench. I don't think I will ever end up using the oxygen wrench. And they also have the window breaker on the tip here on the handle. Next item, we have a pocket knife. For whatever reason, I threw that in there. Never a bad idea to have one hanging around. And we have my cat tourniquet. Now, this cat tourniquet is made in the United States, and make sure yours is too. And it says cat tourniquet on the outside here. And make sure you spend at least $30 on it, because if you spend any less money on that, it's most likely you bought a cheap Chinese knockoff and you're putting somebody's life at risk. And when these things fail, they fail miserably when they are cheap Chinese knockoffs. On the back here, we have a Sharpie, and that is so we can write the time on the tourniquet that we applied it. And we have a flashlight. I should check the batteries. The batteries seem to be working fine. Now, this is the Maxpedition FR1. FR stands for First Responder, and I want to make sure that you are aware that I am not a first responder, nor am I a medical professional, so take whatever I have to say with a grain of salt. Go out and do your own research, get your training done. Stop the Bleed training is typically free, and they have it in most cities and most states, and you can sign up for it at stopthebleed.org. Again, take whatever I have to say with a grain of salt. Alright, let's take a look at the inside here. So, first item we're going to take a look at is the SWAT T tourniquet. And some people say that this is inferior to the cat tourniquet. I don't know that personally, but I do know that this has two things going for it where this doesn't. This is very compact. You can throw it in a pocket and won't notice it's there, and it's just that much more portable. And the other thing too is cat tourniquets you can't use on small children, where this right here you can. So it's always a good idea to carry one of these in conjunction with a cat tourniquet. The one thing that the cat tourniquet has going for it is you can apply it to yourself, where the SWAT T is virtually impossible to apply to yourself. Next item is the vented chest seal here, and I probably should update or upgrade this here, but this is for your sucking chest wounds or your gunshot wounds to the chest. Always a good idea to have those hanging around, especially in this day and age. We have a whistle so we can make sure people find us. We have elastic bandage. That is to use in conjunction my surgical gauze here and my regular gauze on this side here. So I have a handful of regular gauze and surgical dressing on that side. We also have bleed stop, and I know this is not for typically emergency situations, but there are those situations where you come across that somebody can't stop bleeding. They have clotting issues, so that's not a bad idea to throw one of those in your trauma kit. And on the side here we have a Mylar blanket in case you come in contact with somebody that's going into shock or has hypothermia. We also have an Israeli bandage here, and for my use case, this is for somebody that has a head wound. You can't use any sort of tourniquet on somebody with a head wound. I have 2 packs of compressed gauze, and that is to stuff said gaping wounds. So this is what I have for my trauma kit. Again, don't mistake it for a first aid kit. You need to have both of these hanging around. Make sure you go out and get that training. The training is typically free. It is stopthebleed.org, and you could save somebody's life one day by just going out and spending an afternoon getting that training. So as always, I want to say thank you for stopping in and checking out this video. I greatly appreciate it. I hope everyone's having a great day, and I'll catch you next time.